At 30 meters below the surface of the Atlantic Ocean, the pressure is 4 times greater than on land. It is a world of crushing weight, freezing temperatures, and absolute darkness. Humans are not built to survive here. Without a tank, you have minutes. Without a suit, the cold will claim you in an hour. But on this day, a team of salvage divers descended to the bottom of the ocean on a grim mission to recover the dead bodies of 12 men from a sunken tugboat. They expected to find ghosts. Instead, they found a miracle. This is the true story of Harrison Okene, the man who lived at the bottom of the sea for 60 hours. The Gulf of Guinea. Dangerous waters known for piracy, rough currents, and sudden storms. It is May 26, 2013. The Gascon 4 is a heavy-duty tugboat tasked with stabilizing oil tankers. On board is a crew of 12. Among them is 29-year-old Harrison Okene, the ship's cook. It is 4:30 in the morning. Most of the crew is asleep in their cabins, locked behind heavy steel doors for safety against pirates. But Harrison is awake. He's in the bathroom. In an instant, a rogue wave slams into the tugboat. The vessel, dragged by the tension of the tanker it was towing, snaps. It doesn't just list, it flips. Complete inversion, within seconds, the Gascon 4 begins its plummet to the ocean floor. Harrison is thrown across the bathroom. The lights die, and then the water comes. Harrison scrambles out of the bathroom into the dark hallway. He is in his underwear. The water is rising fast, cold, oily, and violent. He tries to reach the emergency exit, but the force of the water pushes him back. He watches 3 of his crewmates get swept away by the torrent. He can do nothing. The boat hits the bottom. 30 meters down, Harrison is swept into a heavy officer's cabin. He finds a small pocket of air formed by the overturned hull, an upside-down air bubble. He is trapped in a 4-foot square of breathing space. Below him is the black water. Above him is the steel hull. He is the only one left. Hours turn into a day. Harrison is freezing. He is wearing only boxer shorts in water that is barely above freezing. To survive the cold, he constructs a platform from a mattress. He huddles there, praying. He recites the Psalms his wife sent him by text message just before the crash. But the cold isn't the only enemy. The silence is broken by sounds that are even more terrifying. He can hear deep-sea fish moving in the wreckage. He can hear them feeding on the bodies of his friends in the adjacent rooms. Thirst begins to set in. He finds a bottle of Coke floating in the debris, but it does little to help. He is breathing air that is slowly turning toxic. Every breath he takes consumes oxygen and expels carbon dioxide. In a small space, CO2 poisoning is a silent killer. It makes you sleepy, then unconscious, then dead. Harrison is fighting the urge to sleep, knowing he might never wake up. Scientifically, Harrison should have died within 24 hours, but physics was playing a strange game. At this depth, the pressure is roughly 44 pounds per square inch. This pressure compressed the air pocket, concentrating the oxygen. This helped him breathe longer than he would have at the surface. However, that same pressure increases the absorption of nitrogen into the blood. A ticking time bomb for anyone trying to bring him up. 60 hours pass, 2.5 days. Harrison has accepted his fate. He believes he is going to die in that metal tomb. On the surface, the diving support vessel finally arrives. They send a team of elite divers down. Their mission is not rescue, it is recovery. They are there to bring up bodies. Harrison hears a sound, a hammer hitting metal. He freezes. Is it real? He grabs a metal pipe and bangs against the hull. The diver doesn't hear him. Harrison realizes they are moving away. Desperate, he drops into the freezing water and swims toward the light of the diver's torch. Harrison reaches out. Ah, he's alive! He's alive! The diver, Nico van Heerden, is stunned. He was expecting a corpse. Instead, he is holding the hand of a living man. But the danger isn't over. They can't just swim to the surface. Harrison's body is saturated with nitrogen. If he goes up too fast, the gas will expand in his blood, the bends. It would kill him instantly. They suit him up. They guide him through the labyrinth of the sunken ship, past the bodies of his colleagues and into a diving bell. Harrison had to spend another 2.5 days in a decompression chamber on the surface, allowing his body to normalize. When he finally stepped out onto the deck, he looked at the sky for the first time in 5 days. Harrison Okene was the only survivor of the Jascon Fall. 11 others perished. He never returned to the sea. He vowed to never step foot on a boat again. His survival remains one of the most extraordinary events in maritime history. A perfect storm of physics, luck, and the unyielding human will to live. Sometimes, in the deepest darkness, the only thing that keeps us alive is simply refusing to let go.